Hello and welcome to my patch 5.4 Paladin changes video. So in this video, basically the format is I'm going to go through the general design philosophy changes as explained by Ghostcrawler, and then I'm going to shut up and show you the patch notes for pretty much everything. So this video is going to be your one-stop shop to see every single Paladin change and the understanding and thought behind it. So let's get started. There is quite a lot to get through. First up we have Holy. Now most of the core changes were to Holy Paladin. Specifically they felt that the healing style of sort of blanketing a group of people with Eternal Flame to proc absorbs from Illuminate healing was pretty much just too widespread, and they still want to maintain a mix of dots and direct heals. They didn't want to make Eternal Flame a core ability as they didn't think that Paladin should be a hot healer, and that's fair enough, because we already have those in Warcraft. The only change was to have Eternal Flame's periodic heal not proc the Illuminated healing absorb. Now this now means that it's less efficient at blanket target healing with long-lasting absorbs, which is what it used to be. So this is pretty interesting. The nerf is offset by changes to Sacred Sealed and Selfless Healer, which I will talk about later in the talent section of the Ghostcrawler section, if you know what I mean. They also said they didn't like Seal of Insight due to the way that the mana difference between a melee Paladin healer and a ranged Paladin healer was just too big, and it was a little bit weird, so they have removed mana from that ability. Now to fix this, they have buffed Divine Plea, and they've also buffed mana for Protection Warriors. They've buffed Guardian of Ancient Kings slightly, as they think it was just too single target focused, just in light of the way that there's a lot of raid healing going around these days. And finally, Sanctity of Battle passives now apply to Holy Shock, which makes haste a little better. Next up we have Prot. They changed Crusader Strike to also provide the weakened blows as a quality of life improvement. They've also changed Grand Crusader to proc from avoidance instead of attacks. This pretty much means they don't want to make dodge and parry the best stats, but they like active mitigation. They still want to emphasize it for the class. Now they said Ret didn't need much changes, but they made Inquisition require less maintenance, and Guardian of Ancient Kings had its cooldown reduced as Paladins were concerned that there was too much damage tied to long cooldowns. Next up we have the explanation behind the talent changes. So they try to improve Selfless Healer for Holy by allowing Judgment to provide Holy Power. They try to improve Sacred Shield by removing the target cap and instead having it work with a cooldown and then a number of charges. They also replace Burden of Guilt as a talent with the ability to use Turn Evil on players, and the hope is that this will open up some PvP comp choices for Paladins. They also buffed Hand of Purity so that it will have some benefit on boss abilities that can't be prevented from immunities. Next up they buffed Sanctified Wrath for Holy and Protection, and finally they've simplified Unbreakable Spirit by just having it apply the cooldown all the time rather than having to be driven down. So that is Ghostcrawler's explanation and the end of the first section of this video. You're going to see the other four, and if you want to jump between them, just hit the buttons on the side of the screen. That's your fastest way to get there. And I'm going to shut up and let you see all the different changes, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.